For the road. One more time for Layden, everybody. Give it up. Very nice. And of course, Andy, don't forget. Oh, plastic. Well, the dull and plastic, kind of like the Kardashians. Now, everything that you've seen here has been made by trained professionals who are awesome at their jobs when they're not drinking. Of course, everything does still remain to be said. Don't try this at home. Right. Try it at a friend's house. Right. Can we get a close-up on Layden, please? All right, Layden. Arm over the drip tray. Everybody scream along with you along, if you would. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, scream! That's the stuff. Right there. Yeah. It's in his arm. It is. Is it supposed to? No. What do we do? I don't know. Do something. Me? You're the host. I don't know. It's not my show. Oh, okay. All right. Safety is universal. Does that hurt, lady? Oh, well, keep going. All right. Show them how it's done. All right. Bam. All right. Give it up for Layden, everybody. Nicely done. Nice. Give it up for Layden. All right, this is a great gag. Let me show you how this was done. This is one of my favorites, made by Tom Savini. He's up there on the fridge. It'll slide hand. I'll take care of it. Thank you. He worked on the original Dawn of the Dead. What we have is a completely dulled down blade. Okay, in the handle. Bum, bum. See that? There's a little cutout in the handle. So I'm just hacking away on Layden's arm, then bang bang. That cutout goes on in the bone. Well, looks like it at least. Behind is a blood bowl. Give it a good squeeze, really sells the effect. Of course, everything is perfectly safe, and Layden is unharmed. Great job. Big hand for Layden. Good stuff. Yeah, look at him. Thanks, Layden. Great stuff, Mark, as always. And of course, Universe has a long history of horror films, right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all the way back to the 1920s with legendary makeup pioneer Lon Chaney. Now, Lon Chaney was known as the man of 1,000 faces. Came up with some of the greatest creations, such as the Phantom of the Opera, and a few years earlier, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He tested a lot of his techniques on himself. Here, he injected bleach into his own eye. Oh my God. I made that up. But he did wear a 40-pound rubber hump on his back that twisted and contorted his body so he couldn't stand up straight while filming. He was so secretive of his techniques, never shared them with anyone. In fact, we still don't know how he achieved a lot of his transformations. He took that information with him to the grave. But his legacy lives on with those that he inspired in later generations, such as one of my personal favorites, Jack Pierce. Now, there's Jack. He worked for Universal, came up with some of the most beautiful creatures, such as the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Bride of Frankenstein, Lady Gaga, and James Corden. He actually visited morgues to take a look at real dead bodies to base his work off of. There's the theatre community burying Ariana Grande. And he did the original makeup of Boris Karloff's Frankenstein monster. That was a 4-hour process of plaster, rubber, mortician's wax, and 2 Hershey's Kisses. But this was nothing compared to the 8 hours it took to turn Boris into the original mummy. That was layers upon layers of bandages, real mud to turn him into one of the most beautiful creations. Of course, Universal had their fair share of crap. My favorite coming up here, the big brain creature from this island Earth. Oh yes. Come here, Earth woman, I want to pinch your butt. It was a musical. And of course, everything changed in the 1960s when we first used foam latex in the original Planet of the Apes. Now, what are you doing? Me? Yeah, you. Just chilling. Chilling? I said we were going to look at that at the end, man. Yeah, no, very excited. Yeah, you were peeking at it. No, don't think so. I think so. That alarm goes off, it means someone was touching my curtain. That's what it does. What? It does. It's got sensors in it. Okay. Like touch it, it goes. Right, like if the guy hit it or something. If what hit it? Like if the guy hit it, that would set it off. Right? Are you saying someone hit the curtain? Well, no, but somebody threw something and that hit the curtain. Who did it? Who? Yeah. Oh, that kid. That kid? Yeah. Which one, lefty or righty? Touchdown. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The very. I see. The one with the gestures. Don't worry. I got some gestures in my own. Do you? Give me a minute. What up, home dog? What did he throw?
Oh, it was like a cigarette.
Did you throw a cigarette at my curtain? You don't even know what a cigarette is? That's good. He said he didn't do it.
Huh. Wow. Okay. Well, did fly.
True story. True story. True story. Hi, kid. Shh. What's your name? Riker? That's exactly what I said. They do? Yeah, mine too. Mark, very different names. And Riker, where are you from? Jacksonville? Okay, roughly as long as this interchange is going. That's all right, Riker, from Jacksonville, roughly 2 hours to get here. You're what, 9?
No.
8. No. Alright, Riker, just so you know, for the rest of the show, I'm going to be watching you, okay? I'm going to be watching you like a hawk. Kick off! That sort of hawk. Don't laugh, this is not Disney World, I don't have to be nice to kids right now, okay? Someone really got for that.
You right?
Yeah, I'm good. Kids, there you go.
Yeah.
What's they talking about?
No, you're doing great. No, you're here. You're talking about latex.
Latex?
Right?
Latex.
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 Sorry.
Yes, latex and latex, they, no, not the same thing. They make different movies. Now, who out there saw the recent remake of The Mummy? Cool, both of you are here. Let's roll that clip. Now, in that movie, our makeup artist started out with a series of conceptual drawings, sometimes drawing directly over existing photographs of Sophia Boutella, the actress who played the mummy in that movie. Now, from these drawings and this concept artwork, sculpts were created which could be used as reference models to make real foam latex appliances which could be glued directly onto Sophia's face. And that included all of these individual runes applied by hand in about a 4-hour process. All of that painstaking work is just from the neck up. From the neck down, we created silicone appliances filled with an ink-infused glue, kind of like a stencil, like a transfer, to create the thousands of runes necessary to cover her entire body. Everyone fell over. This is actual footage of our makeup artists at work. Look at them go, they're sponsored by Red Bull. And that was before Sophia got into costume. Now, Sophia and her stunt double, Lucy Quark, right there in the black t-shirt, they had to go through this process dozens of times throughout the shoot. I think you'll agree, though, it really did pay off in the finished product. Really cool stuff. And, guys, I joked at the start that I actually do love this movie for one simple reason, in that it takes so much inspiration from makeup artists who've come before. One of them in particular I want to touch on, V. Neal. You may not know her name, you'll know her work, though. She did the original makeup for, you know this one.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, that's right. Thank you very much. And then she actually did one of my favorite movies, Mrs. Doubtfire, got the Academy Awards there. But she, in turn, was in Rick Baker.
Rick Baker, tremendous. Several Universal films, also an Oscar winner, I think.
Yeah, 7-time Academy Award.
7, wow.
More than anyone else. He has retired now, though.
Yeah.
You may have seen his work and his Oscar winners, Harry and the Hendersons, Men in Black,
Nutty Professor.
The Grinch. But he actually got his first Academy Award for this movie. Kids, what movie is this? E.T., yep. There's E.T. He's back and he's pissed. No, you know this one too.
American Werewolf.
American Werewolf in London. This is the first time Rick Baker won an Academy Award. What's cool here is the category of Best Makeup was created for this year, went to Rick Baker for the very first time.
Is
It
that
came
right?
out in 81, yeah, he won in 82.
I didn't realize it was the first one. So cool, and it still looks great, 40 years
absolutely.
later. So it's an actor in makeup?
Yes.
Okay, his face transformed. How'd they do that with makeup, I guess?
That's a great question. Come on over. Rick Baker was a pioneer not just of makeup, but also of mechanical techniques. Now, these are actually from the movie. We've got 2 of the 9 that were created for that shoot.
Really? Okay.
These are called change-up heads. We have a fiberglass understructure based on the actor's face features. We've got these cutouts moving in and out, driven in the back by these pneumatics.
Pneumatics, I'm sorry, air?
Yes,
air
air pressure. Now, over the top of these cutouts, we put this foam latex mask, which has been airbrushed to give real cool detail. So as those cutouts move in and out, it looks like the face is stretching and changing shape. Pretty cool stuff.
Very cool.
To add an extra level of realism, we put in these real dental appliances, and we top it all off with real human hair.
Real hair. Yeah, okay. Where do you get that?
Jacksonville.
Really?
Kids from Jacksonville.
Is that nice?
Sup, Riker?
Alright, very cool. Now, is this a technique you'd still be using today? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
still great, but we do augment it a lot with CGI.
Like computer stuff.
Yeah, computer-generated imagery. We got a clip if we can roll that one.
Yes, please.
Now, sometimes our practical effects prove to be too time-consuming or costly, so we turn to computers to fill in the blanks. We start out with these. These are called animatics. This is where we can sort of see what our creatures are going to look like in pre-production, kind of like you would rehearse a performer in that same shoot. Now, in that recent remake of The Mummy, the actress Sophia Boutella, she wore that motion capture bodysuit, so we can actually capture her motions and shift and change them in post-production with a digital artist. Right foot red. And these are the different stages of the makeup design throughout that shoot. As you know, a movie is shot out of sequence, so our artists often have to go back and forth between these looks throughout the entirety of the run. It does take a lot of dedication, but that's why these guys are the best in the business. Now, when you combine the practical makeup with that new computer technology and great performances, nightmares really do come true.
Nicely done. Mark James, everybody. Let's hear it for him.
Thank you very much. You got a couple of minutes? 2 minutes. All right, let me suit up for this one. I need your help, please. I need you to slip on this high voltage vest.
Okay. It's a what?
It's a low voltage vest.
Voltage.
It's a no voltage vest.
Well, you said voltage.
No, it's just the...
It's a high voltage.
No, it's the British accent.
I better not.
Come on, you want to pick someone else? Later!
Listen to that crowd, ladies.
He's got it. Come on, lady. I'm sitting right over here.
Welcome back, sir. Yeah. Enjoy that.
Excellent. Well, Layden, we've got some great stuff for you here. We have 3 pieces. We have a vest, if you can put that on, followed by the helmet, followed by the glove on your right hand, if you would. Just go right ahead with that. Now, what Layden is putting on here, this is a telemetry suit. Okay? We've got lots and lots of sensors throughout every single component that you see up here. As he moves, his motions are going to be transported into my creation, kind of like a puppet. All right? It's the same sort of technology we use in some video games like BioShock, the Jurassic World franchise, and it's actually how we keep Betty White alive. So, let's bring them out, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, please. Big round of applause. Come on, boys. Eddie! My boy, Eddie!
Okay. Very impressive. I'm sorry, I thought you said this for a children's show or something?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually for the sequel to the wildly popular live-action Dora the Explorer. Dora learns to run rapido. But not rapido enough. All right, lady, come and stand right here on the black mark for me. Give you a good sight line here for Eddie. Now, in a couple of moments, we're going to turn the power on. You're going to feel about 1,000 volts coming all the way through these cables into every little part of your body. I hope you're still laughing in a minute. You're going to feel sort of a low, sort of a... But you won't remember that. You just wake up a couple of hours later and your pants will be wet. Oh! He's just going to go into a reset sequence over in the...
Ooh, what was that?
That's,
See the lights?
I did see the lights.
Okay.
That's totally normal.
Yeah.
We'll stand by Paul McCartney. All right, lady. Now, here we go. Start out with that right hand.
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool stuff, huh?
Very cool.
Let's you doing that. Give it a try. Go up. Down. Nice. Now follow me. We're going to go up to the middle. We're going to check that elbow motion. Go in. Out. Here. Out. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Nice. One of my favorites. Hi, kids. I'm Eddie. I live under your bed. It's too big to fit under your bed. Fit in your closet, though. All right, put your hand across your tummy. Take a bow. Very nice. Back up. Arm down by your side. And turn the power off. Let's have a round of applause.
Very cool, Mark, as always.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to bring it to you.
And thank you, lady. You're a good sport. Appreciate it. Hope you find your family. There you go. One for the road. One more time for Layden, everybody. Give it up.
Thank you very much, Layden.
Very nice. And of course,
course, Andy, don't forget. No! Get the kids! Smoke.
Baka
Light. You okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. I'm fine, thanks for asking. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mark. Thank you very much, Thomas Ross. Thank you. Have a great day.
Vamos a salir.